Welcome back to 3-Minute Theology. We'll be devoting Wednesdays to what we believe. As Protestants, we believe that Scripture is the sole authority for our faith, and that in the Bible, God has given us all things necessary for life and godliness. But that is the starting point for what we believe, not the end. People professing to believe the Bible alone can still reach very different conclusions about what the Bible teaches. The problem lies in our interpretation, not in the text of Scripture itself. But it does require us to clarify what we understand the Bible to teach. Why am I a Baptist rather than a Presbyterian or Lutheran or Anglican or Pentecostal? Because what I understand the Bible to teach is the same as what Baptists historically have understood the Bible to teach. And that common understanding is expressed through confessions of faith. Confession is a joint statement, not an admission of guilt. A group of people gather together and say the same thing. Together, we believe the following things to be true. We believe God is like this. We believe mankind is like this. We believe salvation was accomplished in this way. We believe sinners must do this to behave. We believe Christians should live like this. We believe this. These are the things we understand the Bible to teach. So a confession comes from a group of people who have studied the Scripture, arriving at the same conclusions. They are the result of reading the Bible, not a control on how we read the Bible. Many churches in America have rejected the use of confessions, claiming no creed but the Bible. I believe this to be a mistake. Confessions are invaluable both within the local church and for cooperation between various local churches. To understand the value of confessions, we need to understand their authority. A confession, rightly used, has an authority to exclude, not an authority to impose. What I mean is, no one should ever be forced to believe something because it is taught in a confession of faith. Our beliefs must come from a careful study of the Bible. But the confession does allow a group to say clearly, these are the things we believe. And if you don't believe these things, then you're not a part of our church or denomination. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it is absolutely necessary for the health of the church. For example, I'm not a Presbyterian. I disagree with the Westminster Confession of Faith in several areas. That doesn't mean that I can't appreciate Presbyterianism, and there are many Presbyterian theologians who have greatly benefited my spiritual life. But because I disagree with the Presbyterian Confession of Faith, I'm not a Presbyterian. It isn't because they're mean and excluding me. It's because of the very nature of what Presbyterian is, because I do not fit within the definition of Presbyterian. The same would be true for any other denomination. If you think that a denomination or church's confession of faith is wrong, you shouldn't want to be identified as part of that denomination or church. They're wrong in what they believe. Be true to what you understand the Bible to teach and be honest about it. As a Baptist, our church holds to the 1689 London Baptist Confession of Faith. We don't believe these things because it's what the confession teaches. We confess this common confession because it's what we understand the Bible to teach. And in the weeks ahead, we'll begin to explore what we believe. Until next time, keep on, and God bless.